Oh neat, there's like a new season of Star Wars Visions. The last season was really good. I wonder what people are saying about this one. Is this a joke? Did she just vaporize her staff? How does this work? Facepalm emoji. Not a Star Wars fan, but learn your own damn lore. Concealing lightsabers is a Sith thing. Here's Luke concealing a lightsaber. This is way different. He went to... I can't even block this glitch. This is so funny. Not canon, not watching. I am the only true Star Wars fan. Every single other Joker out there is a poser, and it is my God-given duty to make them furious. As a start, The Last Jedi is the best piece of Star Wars media. Yes, including the originals, way better than the originals, and it's not close. Go, leave your comment. I don't even need fake fans like you here. Is this a genuinely held belief? Do you care? Be mad. Stay mad.
That is what I want.
Like it was for so many others, this series was my childhood. I used to fight my little sister with toy lightsabers until my mother took them away because we kept hurting each other. So then I started making my own functional telescoping lightsabers out of construction paper. I dressed up as Vader for Halloween 3 years in a row. If I wasn't Vader, I was a stormtrooper, or if I really wanted to throw normies for a loop, a scout trooper. Yeah, that's right. Learn. Learn the Star Wars lore, ya god... But that's like every Star Wars fan, right? What gives me the divine, unassailable right to declare myself the one true Star Wars fan? Well, the fact that I think I'm the only one who still likes Star Wars? Like, occasionally series like The Mandalorian will get good receptions or whatever, but it feels increasingly like people just aren't excited for new Star Wars stuff anymore. Like, they just want Disney to just shut up and never release anything ever again. And while I absolutely fuck with the sentiment that Disney sucks so much, I don't understand why people are so quick to write off all new Star Wars media. That's when I realized the problem. Do you remember when you were a kid and you'd just finished the latest Star Wars movie? And you needed something, anything, to fill the newly chiseled Star Wars-shaped hole in your heart? So you devoured anything you came across. 100%ing video games, reading official novels cover to cover, reading unofficial novels, building, disassembling, and remixing Star Wars Lego sets to create your own self-insert multi-episode dramas. Well, when did you learn the word canon? Okay, if you read fan fiction, you probably learned it earlier than most. But even then, it was a menu to be sampled, not a code to be followed. Really think about this for a second. What joy has the Star Wars canon brought you? Not knowing about Star Wars, the Star Wars canon. I imagine that learning something you liked was canon, felt good. But what about learning something you loved was not canon? Your favorite piece of Star Wars media, doomed. Is maintaining the canon worth it? Maybe the biggest effect canon had on Star Wars fans' collective experience was the Disney acquisition. The entire expanded universe, that is, anything that wasn't the movies, blipped out of existence. Occasionally referenced for inspiration, but decidedly non-canon. Many longtime fans took this as a brutal swing from an unfeeling megacorporation. And I think that trauma's kind of stuck to the Star Wars fan base, because now every time something happens in new Star Wars media, the criticism is always, that goes against canon. Luke can't be disillusioned and hermited. That goes against canon. Force projection has no precedent. That goes against canon. Not canon, not watching. As canonicity was wielded against them, they wield it in turn. But I have to wonder, is that fun? Anytime something comes up that challenges your beliefs on what Star Wars is, you block it out? Any deviation from tradition, any slight against the Jedi Code, and it must immediately be snuffed out. Not canon, not watching. You know, I always wondered why people were so against Yoda saying the time of the Jedi had passed. Because even as a kid, there was a little neuron insistently firing. The Jedi Order was kind of prohibitive, wasn't it? Like discipline, honor, duty, yes! But no romance? Like this one rule really felt like kinda their undoing. Like, if it wasn't there, maybe the Republic could have been saved. I understand the rationale, like, the idea that desire breeds corruption and suffering is an old one, and a good one. You could make a religion out of this. But at the same time, desire is really human, and attempting to suppress it entirely can lead to... issues. The entire prequel trilogy, like it or not, is about the rise of fascism, and it is undeniable that part of the blame lies with the restrictive policies of the Jedi. I don't think it boils down to everyone should take care of the very special boy Anakin Skywalker, but there were real problems with the Jedi that needed to be addressed. Purity, or even the pursuit of purity in all things, is untenable for people and unhealthy to suggest. It makes sense to want less, to be able to let go of the people we love. It doesn't make sense to forbid desires, to forbid love at all. So yes, when Yoda says that the time of the Jedi is over, I was in full agreement. I also love the little nod about how strict adherents to codes often haven't read their own texts. Won't call any particular religious groups out on it, though. Really, I won't. Fans have spent decades believing that the Jedi are a righteous good, that the light is perfectly just and the dark is perfectly evil, but films and franchises have to change with the times. Nowadays, purity is seen as untrustworthy as people start to realize that a golden veneer can hide some seriously dark behavior. The shining smile of an all-forgiving father has become more reflective of a conniving salesman. Star Wars cannot tell a tale of the pure against the impure anymore, because we as a culture have moved past that idea. Instead, modern culture has been about embracing the parts of ourselves people deem impure or undesirable, taking the things we see as cringe and using them for good. So it's only natural The Last Jedi sets up themes of balance right from the start.
Balance. Powerful light, powerful darkness.
And it's why Kylo offering to destroy everything is such a significant idea.
Let the past die. Kill it, if you have to.
Isn't Kylo saying the same thing as Yoda? No, because each of them has a different idea of what to build from the ashes. While Kylo is a space neo-Nazi who wants to rule the galaxy, Yoda is suggesting a peaceful future without the strict rules which used to govern it.
But that library contained nothing that the girl Rey does not already possess.
This is a genuinely dazzling way for the series to progress, an all-accepting version of the Jedi, Force users not as a niche cult separated from the world, but as a natural part of it, the Force in the hands of the people. But it's not one that you can accept if you can't let go. Let go of your feelings. Dude. Nowhere is this inability to accept new ideas more obvious than the reactions to Star Wars Visions. Visions was an opportunity for a smattering of studios to explore only the most outlandish visions for what Star Wars could be. They got to go truly hog wild with these ideas. Visions had some of the most unbelievable, the most visually striking, the most goosebumps-inducing visuals in all of Star Wars. If you made it here from the beginning, I was lying. The Last Jedi isn't the best piece of Star Wars media, Visions is, and it's not close. Naturally, die-hard neckbeards piled onto the series for being exactly what it was trying to be. Over the top and bombastic, and not Star Wars. Of course it wasn't like old Star Wars. It wasn't trying to be. If you could dig your head out of your Slave Leia body pillow for 2 seconds, you could see a vision not of what Star Wars is, but what it could be. There could be lone Sith wanderers saving towns. How did they separate? Why are they still Sith if they fight other Sith? Amazing questions. I'd love to have them answered someday. But for now, I'm happy to wonder. There are families in Star Wars who do family things. There are schools with cool sci-fi events that could never get greenlit in real life. It's genuinely heartwarming. We see the events that lead younglings to be brought into the Jedi. Force-sensitive children being separated from their families has always been profoundly sad to me, and I'm glad these visions could give me closure. But, I hear you interject, these aren't canon. Sorry, Lynn, I know you like them so much, but they're not canon, so there's no point in learning anything about them. However, I have a counterpoint. Come here. Closer. Who gives a shit? What, are you gonna let the fucking mouse tell you what you're allowed to enjoy? Listen up, boomers. In my age, we have fucking headcanons. I decide what's real and what's not real. And what's real is whatever the fuck I think is the coolest. Watch this shit. You know that Star Wars Visions episode with the twins? Canon. Boom! Fuck you. Who's gonna tell me I'm wrong? Disney? Disney can fuck straight to hell. You? I don't even know you. You think you can tell me how to enjoy Star Wars? What the fuck is that? That's the coolest spaceship I've ever seen. That's canon. Lightsaber umbrellas? Sign me the fuck up. Canon. This, you see this? Whatever the fuck this is. Canon. This, honestly, this episode was kind of bad. Come on, India. Do better for me. Yo, this lightsaber lore is so fun. This is canon now. You know what? Starkiller was cool. He gets to come back. He's canon. This fanfiction where General Grievous ends up in Equestria? Canon. You cannot stop me. Star Wars is whatever I want it to be. Writers, directors, animators, if you want my attention, you're going to earn it. Show me not what you can bring to Star Wars, show me what Star Wars brings to you. Put yourself into your art and become so strong as to devour the entirety of Star Wars and shine its corpse through your teeth in your own colors. May the Force be with you. Thanks for watching. I don't think I've ever had so much fun recording a video essay. This was just sublime. I hope you're happy you've seen a video essay at all, and if you want to see more of them, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little grating to lose subscribers every single month and get no views on the video essays I do make. So more than liking, more than commenting, more than subscribing, it would be so nice if you could share the video around. I feel like there's definitely a lot of people who need to hear this. Otherwise I wouldn't have made it. So, thank you. I've been Arklin. Thanks for watching. Between those two takes, one of those is probably fine, right?